In this video, I'm going to explain let var to const in JavaScript. First, I'll try var let and const in JavaScript. Okay. Now, each property scope and voice us assignment derivation initialization proof. Scope is law for blocks. Now, first thing, yes, yes, but dictation is a strategy of, of, of the that with default value undefined variables, yes, but declaration is first step, but the variable is in TTZ, that is temporal dead zone. So it shows reference error. Same. Reassignment, yes. Yes. Initialization, optional, option, optional. Okay. Yeah. Use mostly for legacy code purpose. We need to reassign the value of the we use and we need to take the value of like pi, or we can say when we don't want anyone to change the data, means who can change the code and change the variable. So we don't know that time we need to keep the value of constant. We use constant. Like for example, if I wrote a code and if someone if there is a calculation that area of circle is pi r square, and I have declared value of pi in constant, and if someone comes and changes it, that let pi is equal to, instead of uh, the default value, we changes it to 10, then all the calculations will be changed. So to keep the value constant, so that no one changes the code, that is when we use const. Now I will explain this using example. Where let goes first is scope. Scope, if I write where x is equal to 10, we have seen that where is function scope. So I will write function uh, get digit, and I write here console dot log x. Then if I write if true, then console dot log x, and console dot log x, and if I write here console dot log x. So here it is no need. First, we define this here and now validate what that let const dot change. It is showing error console dot log x. X is not defined. The reference error. And show it again. Clear and then now. Console dot log x reference x is not defined. Line number 14. This one. Because it is function scope. So out of the function it is not, it is showing error that the reference error x is not defined, because out of this function it is not. So if I comment this, now I need to call get teach 10 10. So it is accessible inside also, and it is accessible and outside of this, if because it is not block scope, it is function scope. So inside of function it can be accessed anywhere. This example shows that that is functions block scope, because need to write this. Here it is accessible because of closure. This is an example of closure which I have already defined in another video. So inside of this it is accessible. Also it is inside of this function also, that is why. So it is this comes in its lexical scope. So whatever is defined there, that can be accessed here. But this is not the same for let. If I write here let, so let is not function scope. So let is block scope. So if I write console dot no, no, if I write it left y is equal to 20, console it here, console dot log y. Here it is showing error line number 14. This is line number 14. Even though it is inside of this function, but still it is not, it is showing a reference error. Y is not defined because outside of this curly bracket, it is not accessible. It cannot go outside this. Okay. This is also done. And same thing is for constant. If I write constant y here, it will show the same output. Again, console.log y, a reference error y is not defined. So if I comment this, it will show correct. 10, 20 to 10. Also, we can see here, if I write here, if I comment this for in I is equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus, okay, let x is equal to 15, and write console.log x. Okay. Right. It is writing 15 in 9, 10 times. But again, same thing here, it is not accessible outside the function window because it is x is not defined because of this block scope or is block scope. So I have shown it for function also, and I have shown it for loop also. So I hope that is clear. And coming to the next part, that is hoisting. Hoist x function or x and I write it undefined. It is showing undefined error, but if I write that here, it is showing a reference error cannot access x before initialization. And if I write const again reference error cannot access x, same error. No, uncle. So 15, oh fine, right, is equal to 21 and console dot log x. It is showing 21, so the new value is it is showing the new value because that allows a reassignment. Same with where that right here. Again, where is also showing same, but for const it is not the same. Here it is showing type error assignment to constant variable. So once 15 is declared, so that is a constant value that cannot be changed now. So the assignment part is done and you have the declaration. If I x is equal to 15 and then x is equal to 0. So here the declaration is also allowed in where, but in that inlet it is not allowed. Syntax error. Identifier X has already been declared. And same with const. Identifier X has already been declared. So const also does not allow it. Initialization. If I write here let X and then X is equal to 21 and console.log X. Let me check it. 21 for let this is initialization. Share, save share. Okay. Let is also allowed, but for const. Okay. Const about const will be showing missing initializer in const declaration. So const whenever it is initialized at that stage only it has to be declared. So only this is allowed for const case. That is 20. Now it is shown. I have covered all the properties and I have showed all the differences. I have created the table also functions with and defined all the properties, whether it is scope, hosting, reassignment, redeclaration, initialization, views, all I have shown. Thank you.